this is Bryan and Jared with Worries on Track Pack West, and we got a bunch of goodies from a guy named Bryan Kerrick who generously donated them out of Texas. We were put in touch with Bryan about 20 months ago by Rich Cottrell at Kenny Brown Performance, and luckily, after many phone calls and missed calls and vacations and things like that, we were able to connect and we got the thing shipped up here. And so I'll start out by thanking Rich Cottrell and Kenny Brown at Kenny Brown Performance, and of course Bryan Kerrick and Sean Neagle, who helped cover some of the shipping cost for us. And he's actually a current serving military member. Tom Cannon for the commercial address that we had the thing shipped to. Jared Wicker's here for the use of his truck, and basically just people being patient, because things take a long time in this world, and we're muddling through as best we can. So we're just gonna get to it. We got some wheels. Here, can you get one?
Hold that. We got a couple of these.
Those are struts, I'm told. Well, I know they're struts. Front struts off of a Mustang. We'll just say off a Mustang. This is a Kenny Brown Performance. This is a rear track bar, is what that is. The Panhard bar. I'm sorry, that's what that's called. It's a Panhard bar. Yes, on a car, it's a Panhard bar. On a four-wheel drive, it's a track bar. So these are the wheels.
Tires and wheels.
These
are the reins.
Yeah, those are Hoosier H2Os. They're new, and they're mounted on Team Dynamics 18x10 wheels. I think they're the Pro 1.3 is what they are. This is a pretty big deal, and the slicks are old and worn out and probably too hard to do any good, but they have a little life in them. We may throw them on if we try and go to an open track or something, just for giggles. The reins are new though, and have been well kept, so they should be okay for a little damp use. I don't know if we'd use them in the full wet. That is a great big huge beefy sway bar. Here, let me see that. Just don't hit the car. Just for the side. I mean, this is a monster. That's a great big sway bar. So I think it's huge. It's monstrous. Anyway, moving on. We got 14 of these wheels. So 8 of them have tires on them, and then the other ones are all in boxes. They've been used, but they're good. They're good wheels, and that's going to make our life so much easier as we make a preparation, to eventually take this car to the 2500 Thunderhill. Which probably won't happen anytime in the next, year, but we are headed that way. That's kind of the end goal. And it's a lot easier to switch wheels rather than going and seeing Mr. Krause at the tent and having tires changed in between stints. We got a K member here. There's a I'll just lower the camera here a little bit. You got a K member right there, which is great. And that way I told Jared when he crashes the car, we get to do a little we can fix the bent frame.
I think you've come closer to crashing the car than I have.
No, I came closer to saving the poor Mazda who decided to switch lanes in front of it. Do you have a knife on you? I don't have a knife on me. Oh, keys a little. I could shoot it open. This says big rear brake brackets. Now, people complained that we were going too slowly at Portland. So we're going to fix that. We're not going to go slowly anymore. We're going to put 14-inch brakes on all 4 corners. And then we won't be so slow. In fact, I would reckon that it will make us much faster. So these are the rear brake brackets from a GT500, which will allow us to put 14-inch rotors and GT500 calipers on the back of the car. And then, I don't know what he's got. This is the rear roll center kit from in here or something. Rear control arm lowering brackets. So that's the roll center eliminator. That's what that is. It's not even a track bar. It's not even whatever I call it, Panhard bar. So this eliminates the rear sway bar.
Got it.
Bubble wrap. Oh. And then these are some more Kenny Brown pieces. Bryan ran all this stuff, I believe, on his Boss 302. And raced quite a bit down south. And so we have got these spare parts and pieces. The biggest boon is the wheels and the brake brackets, as far as I'm concerned. Being able to put big brakes on this car is huge. Rear control arm lower brackets, because they don't fix the rake, but this one's already been dropped. But so good, spare parts. Spare parts is always good, because spare parts are expensive, and when you break stuff, it's expensive. Like, when our wheel bearing went down and we couldn't make it back up. But luckily, thanks to another Mustang guy, Bruce Griggs, who helped us immensely on getting to the race in Portland, he told me some secrets. So we shouldn't have that problem anymore. I feel like my camera is sagging slowly off into the... Are you staring at the camera? You're like stuck on the camera.
Yeah.
Jared hasn't done this before.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's that, and it's pretty simple, and we'll just
Thank you very much.
Thank you everybody thank you everybody who continues to pitch in on this thing and help us out, because we're 3 years old come April, roughly, and we've really come quite a ways. At least Pac West in the start out as Warrior or Rogue Spartans racing at the Pinot, and just our meeting with Tom and making this whole thing come together, and here we are, not even 3 years later, and we're actually looking at doing some racing. So there is a lot of exciting stuff in the works that nobody knows about. I'm keeping secret. Well, Tom and I are keeping secret, and we're trying to keep moving forward. So we appreciate all the support, and we hope that it can continue, and we can continue to move this thing forward and get more veterans involved, and hopefully start getting some of them hired and trained to be hired and in the motorsports industry. So anyhow, from Medford, Oregon, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.